Hello, hello, hello. Hope everybody is okay. Just thought I would pop on. Let me just do that. Oh, I don't know. Hey, girl, how are you? What a bloody mess. It's just a mess. Hey, Jen, how are you? Hope you are all good. I just thought I would just pop on and say hi. I've I'm really concerned about Jen going to court. It's a mess for sure. It really is. It's like I'm not disputing they've all done bad things, but to be fearful to go to court in case you get hurt, that that's a little concerning. And the fact that she's fearful makes me fearful. Do you know what I'm saying? Like just because she's scared, it kind of makes me like, well, she's obviously scared that something's going to happen. And I think because she's been threatened with physical violence before, I think that's probably where it comes from. Hey, beautiful girl. I hope you had a good birthday, Jules. I did say happy birthday to you. I couldn't tag you because I didn't realize you had gone off IG, but I understand why you went off IG. I do not blame you one bit, but I just wanted to say I hope you had a great birthday. And you just know with these girls, like even if Jen gets this order, they're just gonna go on and bully somebody else. It'll be me, or it'll be Amzi, or it'll be Jewel, or it'll be Mikey. It's just so much. Thank you. It wasn't great. I can imagine, girl. I'm sorry. I don't think she needs to worry, but that person is crazy. Yeah, she is, and she's obsessive. I'm laid up, torn ligaments. Oh, ouch. No. That hurts so bad. They say that torn ligaments and tendons like worse on a break because it takes longer to heal and stuff. Rest up, girly. I don't know. I just wish everyone would just like stay in their damn lane. Do you know what I'm saying? They don't need to. Like, I thought it was bad back last year or 18 months ago, 2 year ago when we were doing this with Katie Joy. Jesus Christ. Can we just go back to that? That was like child's play in comparison to this shit show. Isn't that crazy? It was literally like child's play in comparison. I don't know. I just think it's fucking stupid. I wish I could go. I literally do. I wish I could go just to put her mind at ease. But I'm glad that Amzi's gonna go and Chris is gonna go as well, so that'll be good. I've been to court again with my stepdad when he threatened to kill me, and you can ask for an escort to and from the courthouse. Oh, that'll be awesome. I told her to ring them and just to like mention what's been said and just say that she's a little bit fearful of that person. And then at least then she can, the court is aware of it. Do you know what I mean? I think it'd be a good idea. If I'm honest, I don't think that she will do anything. I don't. I honestly don't. I got my second COVID shot on the 22nd. I'm seriously thinking of going. You should do it. I just think like nobody's held them to the fire. Nobody's held their foot to the fire and said, yes, Jen have said this. Yes, Amy have said this. Yes, Joe have said this. Yes, Jules have said this. But you're not holding yourself to the same standards as you're holding us to. You're saying we're all saying this shit. I'm only 4.5 hours from Jen. Oh, that's not far. Do you drive, Jules? That's not far. That's like me going home from where I am. Yeah, I honestly don't think anything will happen like that. Like, I know that she's worried about her husband because he's like, he shoots and stuff, but I don't think he would get involved. He seems like very chilled person. I obviously don't know him great, but from what I can see of him, he seems like a chill person. I don't think he would be involved in like petty, stupid drama like this. Marie took zero accountability for anything. Yes, I drive. Oh, you should go. A 4-hour drive would help clear my head, might be exactly what I need. Yeah, I agree with that actually. And it wouldn't hurt to sort of for you to speak to the judge of what's been happening to you as well, Jules, because you've had to have a lot on your plate right now, you know? You know the dog ain't doing shit, right? I think it's just to put that fear into her. And we all know that she thinks she's a lawyer, so she's probably going to go thinking that she's got this in the bag. Like, I went to law school. You did like 3 years, like 20 years ago. Come on now. My guy is amazing and thinks it's crazy. Same. Carl thinks it's insane. Carl thinks we're all fucking batshit crazy. It's like Carl says, like if I watch somebody and I'm like, well, he's like, why are you watching them? You don't even like her. And I'm like, because I want to know what she says. I told him that they were writing him. He said that'll be fun fan mail. Right? They'd give him something to do to write back and tell him exactly what he thinks of them. I'm in California, or I would hobble there. I think Amzi's going. I hope Amzi's going because I think that Jen always feels safer with Amzi there, and Amzi knows what little doggy looks like. So I think it'd make her feel more comfortable. I Shahid. Yeah, I just think I wish it didn't have to come to this, if I'm honest with you. I really do. I wish that everyone would just stay in their damn lane, like, It really upset me at first, but now who am I? What am I not? Am I not? Yeah, I would want Amzi on my side. Amzi and Jen, they drive me nuts, a pair of them. They fight like cat and bloody dog, but they actually genuinely care for each other. Like they genuinely love each other. And exactly that, Jules. You know who you are, you know what you're about, and you know where your heart is. And trust me, I get it. Like my anxiety been so bad lately. And they play on that, they play on your insecurities. That's what they do. Kat and Marie were just calling Krista exposed method. But that's okay to call somebody that. It's the same, they doxed me on a live, but that's okay. It's like everything they do seems to be okay, but God forbid somebody says something to them. Play on it from fake names. It's just crazy. I can't. Mm-mm. And to be fair, what did Krista do exactly? Krista just said that she's going to be there to support Jen, but now she's calling her all names. Like, Krista don't get involved in shit. She really doesn't. Like, I've been in the same community with Krista for a long time. I've never had any run-ins with her. She's not that tight. Yeah, if you're not doing or saying what they want, they get mad and attack. And that's the thing, Amy. Like, they went at you. You were one of their first mods. Like, you were really close to her. You didn't want to get involved. You wanted to stay neutral, but you knew where that was coming from. You knew soon as what happened, that she was going to go in and make you disappear because you didn't bow down and do what she wanted. Yeah, everyone becomes a target. I've become a target. Jules, you have. Amy, you've lost. You no longer allowed there. They did try really hard. I watched this morning. Obviously, I was fast asleep by the time that was on, so I always have to rewatch it in the morning. So I watched it this morning, and I think, my God, she did good. And I like Mr. X. I do. I like him. He's funny. He is one of those like guys, like, he loves his missus. Don't fuck with him. Don't fuck with his missus and you'll be just fine. My guy, whom no one else has spoken a word to, has become a target. Exactly. Exactly. And they don't even know him. They don't even know him, but they like want to target him. And they don't even know him. Like, they don't know him. They know what they've read about him, where, let's be honest, what they've read about him is probably absolute freaking garbage. And it just irritates me. It really does. It just makes me laugh. Like, freaking, come on. And do you reckon she realised that she doxed everyone in her phone last night? So anyone who can, like, look at those numbers and, like, look them up. She literally did a really piss poor job at hiding out those numbers last night. They got sent to me today, and I'm like, did she really put this up? Like, oh my God, you can see all the numbers perfectly clear. I'm like, she want to hope that nobody like looked that up. Of course, she used a text app. Yeah. They are shitty humans. They know what was in the complaint, which is not what it was sentenced for. Exactly. Showing her phone bill as proof. Can I just say, she has teenage kids. Do you think her kids haven't got phones that she can just say, give me your phone a minute, kiddo? Like, come on. How are you doing, Joe? I'm good, thank you very much. But my anxiety is a bit bad from all of this. My picking of my fingers has got pretty bad. They've got to a point where they're bleeding, but I really got to try and stop getting myself worked up about it and just try not to pick my fingers as I'm sat here picking my fingers. I just wish everyone would just chill the fuck out. That's what I wish. I wish everyone would just chill out. I just think it's just, I don't know. She still has a rehearsal alibi for everything last night. Of course she does. She just wanted to go in and completely and utterly run narrative and just say, I didn't do anything. Everything is Jen's fault. Now, I heard somebody else rang CBS. It wasn't her. I heard that somebody else rang it so that she could have a clear conscience and say, I didn't ring it. I am doing super great today, Joe. Good. I'm glad, Shahid. My doctor's calling. Be right back. Tell her hello. Yeah, they can stay over there and the rest on the opposite side. Exactly. But you think, I don't know. I just wish it would all freaking end. Like, you can't say. And then the sister's like, oh my God, I don't know why I'm involved. Well, you're sat there literally calling Chris a method. I was, you wonder why you're involved? How do you think you're involved, sweetheart? Like, genuinely, how do you think you're involved? Can I have one, please, Baba? Thank you. The chat was even respectful that I could tell. I didn't put the chat on because I just wanted to listen to what they were saying, and then I literally like went through the chat. I didn't watch it all, but I went through a little bit of the chat. I saw bits of Amy, and when she's on one, she's funny. I shouldn't laugh, but she is funny when she's on one. Amzi's just like, rah, 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 like. But I think Krista did really well. Like, I genuinely think I wouldn't have been able to keep as calm as she did. She did super good to keep really composed. I'm not convinced I would have kept as composed. I'm not gonna lie. I think I would have. I would have been a little bit different there. To be fair, I feel like I would have. It wouldn't have gone well. I wouldn't have been as composed. They troll almost every live of Jenna Ramsey. Of course they do. Why wouldn't they? Of course they do. It's their favorite pastime, trolling. It wouldn't be so bad if, like, we all, like, Amzi owns her shit, I own my shit, Jen owns her shit. We all own our shit. It wouldn't be so bad if they own theirs. But I don't know. Yeah. I just think that, Krista did, I can't even, like, she was so composed. And she actually tried to give her that opportunity as well, like saying, like, look, yes, calling your job is bad, but it's not as bad as calling CPS and saying nasty things to CPS, like, It's just no way. Mm-mm. Although it is like, yes, it would affect your children. I'm not disputing that. It's still not the same as your children having to talk to a CPS worker. And I think Krista said last night, and I don't know, I can't remember if this is word for word, so you'd have to just sort of bear with me, but it was something along the lines of kids learn at this age who they can trust. And little ones, if they think that, like, so CPS and social workers, teachers, and they think all these people are gonna come in and like start asking really nasty questions, their trust with authority is going to go less and less and less. And then by the time they go to school, if there is a real problem, say with a childminder or a teacher or someone else, they're not going to have that thing in them that they're going to think that they can trust. somebody with authority. And she didn't use those exact words, but that's pretty much what I got from it. If you would just take accountability, everyone would be able to let post this shit and go on, keep playing the victim and poor me shit. Thing is, she does, though, if you look at her IG, right? She goes from crying and feeling sorry for herself and making everybody feel bad for her because her job was called and blah, blah, blah. Then she gets drunk and she goes, F them all, you all suck, blah, 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 blah. Then goes to that, what's his name? Teresa's or whatever his name's house. Like, girl, where the heck is your girl code? You know he has a girlfriend and you still went there. Lot lizard. That's all I'm going to say. That's not okay. Like, I don't blame him. I blame her. Where's your girl code? Yeah, Krista had the best argument for the situation. It was the perfect argument. Zero girl code. It really was. Like, do I blame him? Of course. I mean, he did. It takes two to tango. But as a woman who sits there and says that she goes for women, she stands up for women, she's all about women. Where was your standing up for women when you're screwing somebody's boyfriend? Where's the girl code there? Because I wouldn't do that. That's, and you knew it, and you went there purposely for that. And I bet you she went there for that, and I bet you if you asked Therese, she had all the fucking matching underwear on. And hi, Julian, how are you? It's just icky. It's just icky, and I feel so sorry for his girlfriend. Where was the girl code with Amzi? I don't care if she didn't like Amzi. Everyone in the community knew that it would upset Amzi. She couldn't come to Amzi first. Exactly. And it's irrelevant what anybody thinks about that person as well. Like, I don't like him. Amzi knows that. He's not my cup of tea at all. We hate each other. But you knew, and you still did it. And she did it to Jen with that friend of Jen's. She did it. She literally jumped. She hopped. She's a penis hopper. She's a D hopper. I'm good, thank you. Glad to catch you live. I'm glad that you caught my live. I don't do lives very often, Gillian, so you probably haven't missed that many, to be honest. She hopped on the D. A pecker wrecker. She is a wrecking ball. She goes for, like, literally. She's done it. She did it to Jen. She did it to Amzi. She did it to that poor freaking girl who's an absolutely zero to her. Yeah, you're a lot lizard. Ugh. It's just not good. It's not good. But she's going to be feeling sorry for herself now, and then come the weekend, she's going to be glug, 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 and everything's going to be all right. Get the fuck out of here. Fucking. I hope she gets tested frequently. And if you're Teresa's girlfriend, I'd suggest you get tested before touching him again. Just saying. But did you notice, Jules, when she was showing all her phones, it was Vegas, 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 Vegas. Yeah, I'm a prostitute, been for over 3 years for me. So, right. I've been married 14 years, been together over 20, and I can count the men that I'm 43, and I can count with one hand. That's her weekly. She counts with one hand on a week. That's Monday, that's Tuesday, that's Wednesday, that's Thursday. I'm going to quit Friday and Saturday because that's my piss up days with my sister. And then I'm going to go and get back on Sunday. Just saying. I didn't see her proof. It was literally just, I would like to say that she did a really good job at like putting out all the phone numbers. You could see every single phone number. And I'm sure people can fucking look it up. Like I wouldn't, and I can't because, well, I suck. There's rules in this in the UK that we don't allow people. I'm dead. I just think the girl code, like, don't sit there and like preach about girl code when you've done it 3 times just in the last, what, 3, 4 months? That's not girl code to me. That is not girl code. You knew, you went there anyway, and you didn't even go there because you like him, because the racist shit that's come out of her mouth is just gross. You went there purposely. Support women, supporting women. Yeah, right. Well, she does support women as long as she doesn't want to screw your boyfriend or your husband. Then she doesn't support you. D's more important. All about it. All up in the D. Good God. And the fact that she says my voice is annoying. Bitch, have you listened to yourself? Jesus fuck. Perfectly aware my voice is annoying. I know. And then she was talking to somebody from fucking Wales with a fucking Valleys accent. Like the worst hated fucking accent in the whole of Wales. Like, please. And I'm not fucking Cardiff either, bitch. I'm Newport. I hate the Cardiff accent. Well, obviously you fucking don't because I'm not from fucking Cardiff. Dumbass. Trump. We got words in the UK for people like that. I wouldn't mess with a motherfucker that hasn't his ex paying his phone bill, right? She's an attention whore. That's all it is. She's an attention whore. She wants attention off everybody. So when she's not getting it, she'll do the crying, feel bad for me. Like, I'm sorry that her parents were sick. That just breaks my heart. But she said, and she said it again the other night, they had COVID. None of them isolated. Not one of those bleeps. Not one isolated. Not one of them. They all still had a party that Friday night at Kat's house. She was still going to work. Kat was still going to work. Like, not one of them isolated. Not one. But yet she's the one. Why get tested if you're not going to do anything about it? It doesn't make any sense. They all got tested. The mother and the father was positive. Kat was positive. They were all still having fucking parties. Like, do you realize the fine over here they would get? They would get a really, really hefty fine here for that. We take that very, very seriously. You are spreading germs to people just because you can't keep your bloody panties on. And you can't not have a drink. Jesus. Right? It's just so wrong. And like, I would be so, if mum was suffering with cancer during this, like shit was the last for her, I wouldn't be letting any motherfucker in this house. It'd be like, get tested, get me your paperwork, don't go anywhere whilst you're being tested. And if you're not, then you can come in. And you can stay 6 foot a week with a mask. I'd be out like that if I ever had symptoms of COVID. The stuff is dangerous. It's so scary, really, really scary. Like we've only just come off lockdown from a week before Christmas, so middle of December. We've literally just come out of lockdown. And we are taking this very, very seriously. Why are their family not taking this seriously? I literally said the other day, I said it to my brother, and I was like, I can't even imagine my mum being alive during this, because my mum only had one lung to start with. She had tuberculosis 30 odd years ago. And just the thought of my mum getting COVID I would be on another planet, because I would be freaking the fuck out. I have not seen my mother in over a year because it's more important for her to be alive. Exactly. We haven't seen grandma for over a year because she's 90. My father is 89 and my mum is 88. Same as his grandma. His grandma, Jules, is 90. She'd be 91 now in June. We haven't seen her for well over a year. She lives a little bit away from us. She lives in the valleys. So she lives a little bit away from us. But we haven't seen her over a year, because it's just not worth it. I would feel so bad passing that on to her. It's just not worth it. But they seem to think it's a joke, and they just carry on partying and carry on going around. And it's like, you all should have been in 14 days, a minimum of 10, I believe it is, on lockdown. My nephew had it. My nephew was the only one that had it, but my brother, my sister-in-law, and Casey all had to go on lockdown. Hey, Patty, I love you. They were all on lockdown for, funnily enough, it was really bizarre. Michael was allowed out after 10 days. They were 14 days. It was like, okay, so we can't go anywhere because he can't go by himself because he's a kid. But he was allowed out after 10 days. They were allowed out after 14. But it's scary. It's so scary. And they're putting lives at risk. Like, they really are putting lives at risk. It's not worth it to me. Like you said, Jules, your mother and father is way more important than being alive. You can video chat. You can, text and phone all the time. There's ways of keeping that communication open. And I know it sucks. It sucks not being around your family. Like, I haven't been to my family in where I grew up for, that's got to be coming up to a year. Yeah. It'd be coming up. That'll be coming up. If you're in contact with anybody who have even had it, you have to isolate for 2 weeks. And the person who isolates for 10 days. Yeah, that's what my brother's little boy had it. He was allowed out after 10 days. They were allowed out after 14. But not that he could go anywhere, because obviously he's a kid. He couldn't go anywhere without them. But it's just so dumb not to even think. They were all partying literally with 3 days. And I think even Lisa said on one of their lives, why are you all partying? Didn't you all just have COVID? And they're like, oh, no, it's fine. It's fine. It's like, no, it's not fine. Exactly. Phones and video chats. Can you imagine this? Like, Jules, you'll remember, you're older. If you can, and actually most of you in here would. Can you remember if this was 20 years ago? We'd all be screwed. There was no video chats and all of that. Jesus Christ. I didn't even have a frigging mobile phone until I was 25. Maybe even older than that, actually. I had a pager. Jules will remember the pager. And Patty. And Amy Lou probably would. I would dial up internet. Would have been on overdrive, right? Oh my God. Do you remember when you did have a phone and you had to send New Year's Eve messages 3 hours beforehand because you tried to send it at midnight? The phone would just go absolutely batshit crazy. I had 2 pages. Yeah, I loved getting them 911 pages. I loved my pager. I literally loved my pager. I had two. I had one for work because I was an appliance sales manager. So I had one for work and I had one personal. And the work one is what got me into the other one. And then I went and bought my own. I was like, oh, this is cool. But it was pretty funny. It's like, oh my God, can you imagine this? Like, though, not being able to communicate with your friends is easy. Like, no, I have like a actual friendship with somebody from Michigan. I've had this friendship for over 10 years with her. And her daughter, my niece, we talk all the time on the phone, like all the time. And we do video chat. As soon as she hears my voice, she's like, Auntie Jojo. And I'm like, hi, beautiful girl. And she's like, how is Jackal? Because she loves the dog. She loves my dog. Call me after 9 p.m. Oh my God, yeah. Yeah, I remember those days. Can't possibly call before it cost you a damn fortune. That was funny. Call me after 9. God, that was some time ago. Or going up to the call box because your mum wouldn't let you use the house phone. She'd be like, no, you know, I'm not using it. You stay on there too long. Go to the call box. You'd have to tromp up the street to go to the call box. It was funny. Hilarious. Free nights and weekends. I used to love the free weekends. Like I would literally ring my mum all the time. I remember back during the Black Plague, we hung black flags outside our doors. Oh my God, that's what these need to do. Spreading germs around. Good God. I'd be lost without video chatting on now, honestly. I can't imagine not being able to talk to like die or anything. That would just like do my nut. I used to know every payphone number in my town. We had one literally like we were maybe as on a block, I suppose you guys would call it. We call it a street. I was just sort of like 2 minutes from the main street, and it was just on the main street. So it was really good that I didn't have to walk very far. But when my daddy was home, I used to just use the phone because he would let me. Told you I was old, right? I'm old. I'm feeling old. And seriously, like the fact that Marie thinks that she can be mean to somebody who has a stutter is absolutely disgusting. Then to come at me because I take prescribed medication for my ailments, like how gross is that? Like really, how gross is that? And she works for an education and it's actually a special needs education. She's actually the like financer or whatever it is. Like, geez. My grandkids don't even know how to use a payphone. Oh my God, my nephews and nieces wouldn't either. They wouldn't have a freaking foggiest. They would be like, no. They wouldn't have a clue. We haven't even got payphones anymore. They've put defibrillators in ours. They actually, I'll take a picture when I next go past one and show you guys. They've put, they took the telephone boxes out and they've put defibrillators in there, which is pretty cool actually. The link is there if anybody wants to come up. I was disgusted by the stuttering and the comments about you, Joe. The stuttering pissed me off, Jules, really bad. Because I don't know if you know, but when I'm tired or super stressed, I stutter. And that really pissed me off because it's not something that I can help doing, just like Mikey. Like mine isn't as bad as Mikey. It's more when I'm super tired. I trip over my words. I can't get my words out. But it's just so gross. Like, who takes the piss out of something like that? And they still do it because, like Kat said the other day, Mikey. Like, and then she wonders why she's involved in the suit. You know, I don't get it. You were taking the piss out of somebody. It's wrong on so many levels. I was so upset about it. I'm still upset about it. What's going on with your IVF? Were you still thinking about it? Not right now. Just with my anxiety the way it is not really the best decision right now for me, you know, especially someone that is tax-paid employee at a public school. Exactly that. And a special needs school, Jules. A fucking special needs school. How many in that school do you reckon got like issues like stuttering or having to take medicine daily to get them to where they need to be in life? And you're sitting there laughing about it with your sister. It makes me sad. It does. It makes me sad and I don't like it. Hi, little repeat. Hi, Jonal. Hope everyone is well. Anything interesting going on today? No, we're just talking shit. And then there was the Uncle Tom comment. How does Sherelle not see that though? Like, how does Sherelle think that that's not racist? That's crazy to me. My brother stutters and I've beaten people up in school for making fun of him. Oh, yeah. My sound's off, right off now, Joe, trying to talk to my boss. Okay, babe. Literally, my brother used to have a speech impediment. It wasn't a stutter, it was an impediment. He couldn't say certain letters. He's way good now, he's fine. I am started new meds, Gillian, for it. It's just I don't know. I just got to get into a place that like my anxiety isn't getting the best of me, which it does do on most days. But again, that's something that I have to work on. Do you know what I mean? And I will. It'll get there eventually. It's just going to take a little bit of time. It was said about her husband even. See, how was she okay with that? That's a racist term. Like, aren't we trying to get away from all this bloody bullshit race? Both my cousins stutter and it's horrible. Carl's stepmom stutters as well, and she's frigging. And they make out that he's done because of his stutter. Carl's stepmom is a university graduate of English literature, English history, and she is one of, if not the smartest person I've ever fucking spoken to. Like, she went to one of the top universities in the UK and she's from Africa, and she dad sent her to the UK to get education from university. It's just crazy to me. I just don't like it. I don't like the taking the piss out of people for things that they can't change. You know, he can't change his stutter. He can't at all. So why? Why go for that? Have a go at Mikey for something he says. You know, if he says something, then have a go at him for that. No need to have a go at him for that he cannot control. Nice to see you, Jules, in chat. I know I've missed seeing you around. I've been quite a few other mentioned you and asked how you were doing, saying they miss you as well. Hope you're back. Yeah, everyone is missing Jules. Of course, we all have struggles. It's good you're getting helpful. That's the main thing. Exactly, Gillian. And I'm just I don't know. I suppose all this coming up is just like, ugh, just causes me anxiety. My cousin Ricky, rest in peace, is so flipping intelligent, but has a horrible stutter and it's crippled him self-esteem up until the day he died. See, that's heartbreaking. But listening to somebody say that could literally be so bad for him. Hey, honey bunny. I snuck outside off work just to say I caught your live. Yay! Hey, but I'm going to drive, but I'm listening. I love working, but I miss you so much. Oh, we miss you. Everyone was working. I was going to go live the other day, but then um, by the time I finished at my brother's and I got back, I was absolutely hanging. I'm not even kidding. Oh, I know. I would imagine so. Bye, Jules. Take care, babe. And message me anytime, Jules. I'm always around, okay? Take care. Hi, Carrie T. I like you finally caught alive. I'm so excited. She sure didn't like it when whoever made cracks about her mole. I just did. I've just never. I don't give a shit about the damn mole. Like, you know what I mean? As much as I don't give a shit about Mikey's stutter, it is who it is. He is who he is. Like, who cares? I don't even notice it half the time. I don't because it's just part of Mikey. But like she doesn't even realize like her, Adria and Kat push people and push people and push people. And I know that they've pushed not only me, but others to their breaking point. You're right, it probably will pop up. Jules, try not to let stupid people get to you. Yeah. Be safe, doll. Holler at me. I got you, boo. Yeah, we got you, Jules. We love you. I just, hopefully, this court case will just be the end of it and everyone stays in their damn lane. Nobody has to talk about anybody and it's all absolutely over and done with. That would be absolutely like awesome. But I've got a feeling if it goes through, they're just going to pick on somebody else. They're just going to pull somebody else so that they can pick on them, sadly. You mark my words, if Jen gets this order to go through, they won't talk about Jen anymore. They'll talk about Amzi or myself or Jules. It'll be somebody else that they'll pick on because that's just what they are. That's what they do. And we all know. I've missed you, Joe, and your wonderful people in chat. Thank you, Jean. We've missed you. I haven't been live for like a whole week. Sorry, guys. I've just been so tired and so stressed out that I didn't want to bring my dampener down onto you guys. Thank you so much for the super chat, Jean. I appreciate it. I don't want to bring you all down with my dampener. Definitely, yeah. Does anybody think that it's gonna end up like going through? And do you think that anything, or do you think that everyone's going to go to court? Because I'm not like, how far is it from Michigan to Ohio? Does anybody know? Like, what's the distance, time driving like? I don't know the time. I have no idea what the time is. You'd think that it would be like quite a trek, wouldn't it? I don't know where it is, though, to be fair. Let me check. Right. So what do we need? We need Ohio to Michigan. Ooh, it's like a 5.5 hour drive. It doesn't matter whose side you're on. I've heard plenty of times when several people say this isn't real life, but Jules is perfect example. I've enjoyed her input and now she's not gone. But that's the thing, like it really is. And it upsets me because this is real life. Like, this is, I don't, like, I've known some of these people in this chat since I started my chat, and they're my friends. They're not just like Amy Lou, for example. Like, sorry to call you out, James, but you know, Amy Lou has been an amazing friend to me and been by my side through thick and thin. You know, she really has. I don't class her as an internet friend. She's my friend. Do you know what I mean? She is my friend. And I love her to bits. You know, I'd 100% go to war for her. 100%. The same as like a lot of you guys have been in here since I started, you know? And it is real life to me, because this isn't just a game to me. This is, I like doing this. I like talking to you guys, and we talk real life, so we get to know each other's real life. It might not be a real life because they're just getting drunk, but it's real life to us. Do you know what I mean? I don't know. It just makes me sad. I never wanted to have a friendship with Marie and all of them. To be honest, it wasn't a thing for me. It got pushed upon me to have that, but I was never really in there, to be honest. It wasn't really my thing. I don't know. But it's about a 5.5 hour drive. The link's there if anybody wants to come up before I get off. I feel the same, Joe. We've been through a lot together. We have, Aim. We really have. Like, we've been through ups and downs and been through a frigging hell of a lot together. You know, you're not an internet friend. You're my friend. You're down to earth, and plenty of people can relate with you. Thanks, Gillian. I appreciate that. But we do. We all talk about real life. Do you know what I mean? Do we talk about crap sometimes? We talk about food. Yeah, of course, you know. But sometimes we talk about our real lives, and we get to know each other on a real life basis. And that's just, I like that. I like having my little chat. And they can, all they want, take the piss that oh, you only got what, 20 odd in your chat. I've never wanted a big chat. I've never wanted that I can't see who's chatting. Do you know what I mean? Just because people have been so ugly to her, it makes no sense to me. They're all grown women acting like children. Yeah, I would come up, but I've got my hands full. Oh, bless him. Little man. I just hope that after this is all done and they just don't pick another target to go after. Because I know for me, it's getting to the point that if like it doesn't stop, you know, I'm gonna contact judges or lawyers or whoever I got to contact in America to get this to stop. I wish I could talk to the judge and like tell them how much Marie have done to me, and like how much, you know, she's had me at the edge, her and Adria, you know. I'm just not sure that you could do a video thing with them or not. It'd be good if I could, just to tell the judge like what's happened, what they've done, not just to me, just to other people as well. But I doubt it, but we'll see. I think Jen should let the clerk know about the stuff going on with Marie's bestie. I agree. because that's scary. Even though I honestly don't think anything like that would happen, I don't. But saying that, you just don't know. Like, do you know what I mean? I can't honestly put my hand on my heart and say that Woof Woof wouldn't do anything. I honestly can't. And I'd like to say that I could. I don't think Woof Woof's husband will do anything. I really don't. I'm just not convinced that the dog wouldn't. I don't know. I just don't know. But I would feel more comfortable if she did, just to be better to be safe than sorry. Especially as, like, she's got all the recordings of her threatening her with a gun, saying, come to my house. Remember, I bought a massive gun safe. You wouldn't get out. You wouldn't get off my property. The dog is cray cray, right? It's just insane. I just can't. I can't deal. And they're just insane. Like, these people are just nuts. And I honestly don't think anything would, but I do honestly, it does scare me a little bit because, in fairness, I really can't put my hand on my heart and say, and that's not right. But I guarantee that she'll be there. She thinks she's a lawyer, so she'll be there thinking she can use all the terminology. The fact that she hasn't done it for like 15, 20 years, and she didn't even take the bar, but whatever. John makes me laugh though about these people, right? They all think that, like, just like, take Woof Woof for example, right? She's been friends with people. She's took screenshots. She's took it to other people, right? When they've fallen out. She's done this God knows how many times in a number of different circles. Yet these people think that she won't do it to them. That that's quite a chuckle to me, because all of you, like, think that, like, this couldn't happen to you, and believe me, it could. Like Siwa, like, I got nothing against Siwa. I don't know Siwa, but she thinks, like, just by what she says, like, I have 40,000 views, I have so many ups and all of that. Girl, when I first started, I was having 500 in my chat. I was all up. You think you can't fall from grace? And you think that they won't turn on you at some point? I wouldn't like to edge my bets that they wouldn't. What channel was she on last night? She was on Chrissa Exposed. I'll write it so that you can. I haven't got the link, but it's Chrissa XX. That's what it's called. Chrissa Exposed. Yeah, told a barefaced lie, brought up shit that isn't even thought of. Just trying to throw gas on the fire isn't really flaming. Exactly. And that's what it is like. But this is what I'm saying. You really think, can you, like, if I was any of them, thinking about how close, like, I was super close with Adria, I would literally be on the phone to her morning, noon, and night. You really think that this couldn't be you in a few weeks' time, a few months' time? Like, it just doesn't work. It just doesn't. It just doesn't. And you just It can go that way. Like it really can. Like you can, as quickly as you can rise, you can fall in this community. Like you really can. They say in India has a new COVID variant. Oh my God, no. See, that's why it scares me. All these deaths. Mm-mm, no. On my IG, if you go to my IG, I shared this little baby who had COVID. They couldn't even wake this poor little baby up. His eyes was rolling in the back of his head. The mum couldn't go to the hospital because she had COVID. I was heartbreaking. Head into dinner, ladies, and hop on when I get back so I can chat while cooking if you're still on. If not, have a great day. I probably won't be on for much longer, girl, because it's like 10 p.m. where I am. So I will be getting off soon before I get too tired and my stutter begins and they take the piss out of it. As soon as I start feeling myself falling over my words and stuff, I tend to get off before they have another something else to come at me with. I think it's not even, I never dealt with this in high school, Aim. I never dealt with anything like this ever in my life. Like, ever. When I first started YouTube, I had no idea. And like, you find the people that you like on YouTube. Like, I watched both Katie and Elle, and I, well, we all know what happened. I went super hard for LB and I was wrong, you know? My channel was made for her. My channel was for her to show all the shit. And that is even in high school. So they're saying not to sure to have the vaccine would work against it because it's another antibiotic or something. Oh Lord. I said there was going to be new strains of it because people ain't listening. People ain't doing their part, Gillian. That's the problem. Is they're really not doing their part, you know? And as we've seen, people think it's a joke. People think that they don't need to wear a mask. People think, that they can go out on the piss and on the lash and everything will be okay. And it's not. Like people are dying. Like real people, real babies, real toddlers, real children, real parents, grandparents, they're dying because of this. And that's just scary as fuck to me. It really is scary. I just don't like it. I hadn't either, but seen it go down. Like where I'm from, it was always very different. Like if you had a problem with somebody, like you'd walk to their house, you'd get them outside, you'd have a fight, you deal with it, and it's done. Like you don't do none of this back and forth. Like that wouldn't fly in my school at all. Like if you had an issue, you go down to the water feature, you fight it out, you do the job, and jobs are good. That's just how it's done. You don't fuck around. On the upside, though, my boy is home from jail. I'm so happy. I'm so glad. I was so glad. I'm like, yes, my boy is home from jail. I can't wait to see him now. I'm dying to see him, but I'm glad that he's out of jail. I'm dying. I don't know, guys. I just hope everyone stays in their lane. Like, friggin', I am concerned. I hope that Krista goes and Amzi, and I hope they record everything so that like we can see who goes there and what happens. And I hope everything's recorded. I hope Krista or one of them does it. Like, I think it's just crazy that people take advantage of hiding on a computer. I never realized that that was a thing though. Like I didn't realize that people would hide on a computer and say all kinds of shit just because they're people who don't live down the road from them. I know the beer gardens have been full to the brim. I don't drink anyway, but I don't mind. I don't want a chance. I'd go there. I had to go down to Saundersfoot, which is like our little holiday destination, is like right close to the beach. and in the Heen was chock-a-block. Like there was people like literally in the road drinking. I was like, oh my God, have you been like typical freaking Welsh? We all like a drink, but my God. Right, guys, I'm going to get off because it's 10:15. I appreciate everybody joining me. I really do. Let's just pray this all freaking ends soon because it's too much. It really is too much. And I'm bored of it, if I'm honest with you. I'm pretty fucking bored of it. But anyway, thank you so much for joining me. I do appreciate it. There will be a video coming out on Monday. No, Tuesday. It's the Susan Powell story. I'm not sure if anyone's familiar with that. It's so sad. Breaks my heart. But it's a really good story. And I shall speak to you next time. Bye, guys.